I do want to cover the Black Friday and Cyber Monday, as it's been dubbed, Cyber Week sales. I want to take a look at the logistics, the KPIs from that. There were some pretty interesting KPIs from Cyber Week, from Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Not what I thought from considering Prime Day's performance this year, how it was a little bit shaky on whether or not it was up from Prime Day 2024. But there is a lot of records being broken this Cyber Week here. So, Cyber Monday, the total online spend was reported at 14.25 billion with a B. I'm going to be talking in billions here with a B. So, if you think I said million, you're wrong. We're talking billions. That's billion with 9 zeros. It's a lot of zeros. So the Cyber Monday total online spend was 14.25 billion, which is the official largest single online shopping day in U.S. history. That was up 7.1% year over year. Black Friday also had a really successful spend day. It wasn't as much as Cyber Monday, which I think is interesting because I bought all of my stuff on Black Friday. It makes me wonder if that was incorrect. But anyway, Cyber Monday had 14.25. Black Friday had 11.8. So also a new U.S. record for the day. That was up 9.1% year over year. That's just the spend. That's just the spend. So the total Cyber Week spend as well from Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday into Cyber Monday, and then also the couple of days leading up to Black Friday. The total spend again was 44.2 billion. So very that's a lot. That's a lot. The sales itself was not posted, very interestingly enough, but the spend was. So that tells you all you need to know there. The AI-driven sales, they did put this out. The AI-driven sales, so not the total sales here, but the AI-driven sales. So sales attributed to generative AIs, other shopping agents, if there's a Gemini attachment, if there's a ChatGPT question, if it's most likely more so on the Rufus side, was around 3 billion. That's again in the US. So pretty good numbers. For the AI side of things, again, I like Rufus just because it's a corgi. That's the logo or what it's based off of was an old corgi. So I want Rufus to succeed. That's the only AI I kind of like. Sorry, Gemini and ChatGPT. But the AI-driven sales were right around 3 billion. Could be 3.1. It could be 2.8. They put out, they said roughly 3 billion. They didn't give us an exact number. So they did give us some other metrics, though, that I thought were very interesting. The first one being that 57% of Black Friday purchases, Black Friday specifically, purchases were made via mobile devices. So this is something that we all know that the majority of shoppers are on the mobile side of things. I actually am not in this 50%. I'm in the minority this time. I bought all my things on my desktop or my laptop, computer. I was not on mobile, but 57% of purchases were made via a mobile device. So just further, if you didn't already know it, which you should have by now, but if you didn't already know it, you need to have mobile optimized listings more so than a desktop listing. Both should be, of course, optimized, but you really want that mobile. The majority of sellers are on mobile, so you want that there. Something else that was interesting, another one that I liked that they put out, the average discount was a roughly 28%. The average discount was 28%, which was pretty flat compared to 2024, indicating that deep promotions were necessary to capture sales in an increasingly competitive environment. Of people saying, hey, I can spend this much on this product, even though it has less reviews, so I'm going to do that. So again, it's very interesting to see that alone. That is something that we want to very stress is that, price might be your biggest value point in 2026. It might not be your review score anymore. Just a thought. Could not be true. It's not exactly my prediction, but could be what we look at and what we see. So, and the last Black Friday KPI was the conversion rate of AI assisted shoppers. So again, I mentioned up at the top there that it was around 3 billion in terms of people using an AI assistant like a Rufus. That was roughly the estimate of sales. It was also estimated that the shoppers that were using an AI power tool, again, like Rufus, were reported to be up 38% more likely to purchase or convert on a product than non AI users. So I think Amazon is going to see this and say that's a big number, and they're going to really lean heavily into that in 2026. They're going to really lean heavily into how can Rufus direct you to the best possible product for your growing success as a seller in 2026. So, and speaking of that, it's a great transition into our 2026 headlines. Thank you for sticking with me here if you made it. I'm excited to go over these. These, of course, are just speculation. Again, I'm doing a reverse Marty McFly. I went to the future and came back with an almanac. Um, I guess he did that in the third one, the third movie. But anyway, the first headline, of course, is still pertaining to AI. That's not slowing down anytime soon. We're talking about AWS here and how AWS is accelerating into the AI infrastructure and the custom silicon race. So this was a huge headline about AI, about their again, move for making AWS more AI based, for allowing the growth of data centers to support these AI workloads, for training new AIs, as well as the custom Amazon silicon, which is like the triranium. I never know how to pronounce that. Triranium, say tranium chips, Tranium 3 chips, to offer more cost efficient alternatives to competitors' hardware, accelerating the AI-driven growth phase for AWS. So expect to see a lot more of it. I'm sure you already did, but that's a big piece of this in 2026 is their new investment into their cloud services and how they're going to be bolstering them with AI.